Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today I have another What's Sold on Poshmark video. So if you want to see every single sale I made during these 2 weeks, definitely keep on watching. For those of you who might be new here, thanks so much for checking this out. I'm a full-time working mom, and in my spare time I really love making these videos on fashion, beauty, mommy lifestyle, in addition to my reselling journey on Poshmark. So if that kind of thing sounds interesting to you, definitely check out my other videos linked down below, and please also consider subscribing. It'll really help me out. So I have another installment in my series on What's Sold on Poshmark, and for these 2 weeks I'm going to be covering the weeks of June 28th and July 5th. So I'm going to take you through every single sale I made during this period and letting you know what selling price I obtained on Poshmark in addition to my take-home earnings. I will not be including cost of goods or any other business-related expenses. However, I do include cost of good information in my haul videos that I've linked down below. So if you want to check out what kind of cost of goods I look at, definitely check those videos out as well. In case you're new to Poshmark and are interested in making a first purchase, definitely consider using my referral code. It's MODMOMMD. That's MODMOMMD. And if you use this referral code when you sign on and place your first purchase, you get $10 off. And I also will get a little kickback as well to use on future Poshmark purchases. So I'd really appreciate your consideration of using that referral if you're new to Poshmark. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump into the sales for these 2 weeks. So overall, I've been pretty consistent for these 2 weeks. You'll see over the next 2 weeks, though, my next video, things started to go down a little bit in terms of sales. I have a couple of reasons and theories about that, which I will disclose in my next video. However, as a part of these 2 weeks, the second week was really the start of kind of my drop off in my sales a little bit. So you'll see I made a decent amount of sales these 2 weeks, but usually that was most in the first week of the 2 weeks for reasons I'll talk about next time. So overall though, these 2 weeks in total were pretty consistent, so I'm excited to kind of share with you what's sold. So the first item that sold was this Lululemon on the fly skirt. It was in this kind of off-white type of color, and it was in a size 6. And this was a part of my retail arbitrage from Lululemon. I will link the video down below from that haul, and you'll see that I've had these skirts sell through over the last few weeks in particular. So this was another one. The size 6 does really well in general, and this colorway was particularly popular, I would say, compared to some other ones that I've sold. So this item actually sold for full asking price really quickly within a handful of weeks for $65. Poshmark fees are $13, so my net earnings are $52. So overall, I was a little discouraged with the purchase of these skirts last year when I got them because they weren't moving that quickly. But recently, I basically sold through all of them already. I think I just have one left in my closet. So overall, this was really overall a pretty good buy for me. It's retail arbitrage, so I didn't make a huge profit, but they were definitely profitable. So I would consider picking these up again if I saw them out there. The next item was this Johnson & Murphy metallic leather mule wedges in a size 7.5. And I hauled this in one of my ThredUp shoe rescue boxes that I will link down below as well. And I love this shoe. In that video I talked about wanting to keep it, and it was really hard for me to actually list it. But you know what? I just needed a wake-up call to say, you know, I have way too many shoes, so I decided to list it. But this sold pretty quickly, I think to one of the viewers as well, so thank you for that. And this is just a gorgeous pair of shoes. I thought it was so unique. It was very comfortable and trendy. I love this mule design. It was really a neutral color, would go with most outfits. So I just really love this particular style. I did sell it for a best offer of $30. Poshmark fees were $6, so my net earnings were $24 on these pair of shoes. The next item was this really cool Soulshapers graphic t-shirt. It was in a size medium large. It was jump sizing. And this particular top had an interesting backstory because the initial proceeds from all these tops were donated to the California fire relief efforts in Northern California that we went through a while ago. So it was kind of a fundraiser type of a t-shirt, and it said "Rise from the Ashes" with a phoenix on there. So it was a really cool design, I thought, and more importantly, it had a kind of important meaning as well, I think. So I really liked the style of this, and to be honest, it was a really cool shirt too because it was super soft, just kind of oversized fit. I thought it was a really trendy item as well. So I accepted a best offer of $20. Poshmark fees are $4, so my net earnings were $16 on this t-shirt. The next item was Steve Madden Highway T-strap flat sandal in a size 8. And this is another ThredUp shoe rescue box haul item. And it was a really perfect sandal for this time of year, as you can see, and just a very classic style. So I accepted a best offer of $22. Poshmark fees are $4.40, so my net earnings were $17.60. So overall, pretty decent profit on a pretty simple pair of sandals. But I think Steve Madden is really kind of a bread and butter brand. So if you can find a really trendy kind of style like this, I think that it can still do pretty well. The next item was a Madewell item. It was 100% merino wool fitted crop sweater in a size medium. So it was really kind of a fitted design and it's cropped as well. It got a decent amount of attention, I'd say, just for a basic sweater. I think it was because of the fit. I think people like the fitted crop style. It was also wool, which is a really nice material too. It was in a size medium. So ultimately, I did accept a best offer. Actually, it was a full price sale, I believe, of $25. Poshmark fees are $5. So my net earnings are $20 on this particular sweater. And the buyer actually mentioned that she was looking for this particular item and couldn't find it anywhere, so I was super happy that I was able to have this in the closet for her. The next item was a pair of 9 West. It was called the Verbenial black suede leather pumps, as you can see here, in a size 7. So again, another thread up shoe box. I really like those boxes, haul item, and it was just a classic pair of black suede pumps, but the lines of them were just beautiful, as you can see here. So it's a really gorgeous shoe in a size 7. So I did accept a best offer of $20. Poshmark fees are $4, so my net earnings are $16 on these pair of shoes. I don't normally source 9 West. I don't think their resale value is quite high enough to do so, but if I get them in a thread up rescue box, I definitely will list them, and this sold pretty quickly, quicker than a lot of other shoes that I listed. So, you know, maybe if you can find 9 West at a pretty decent value out there when you're sourcing, I think it might be worthwhile, but you just need to make sure it's a really nice style. The next item was this beautiful Anthropology dress. It was from Maeve. It was called the Gentina Maxi Dress in this really cool graphic style print in a size extra large. So in general, I am a little nervous selling maxi dresses because, as you can see here, I had such a hard time photographing it. And part of it is, of course, I do flat lays, so it's hard to get a good angle taking the picture of this when it's so long. So if you have any good tips on how to photograph maxi dresses really well, let me know, because obviously I'm not good at it, as you can see. But I really love the style. It was perfect for this time of year. I love maxi dresses, at least in terms of wearing them. So this one did pretty well. I took a best offer of $40. Poshmark fees were $8, so my net earnings were $32 on this particular dress. The next item was this Rock Revival Moto Gabby denim shorts. It was new at tags in a size 24. So if you've seen some of my recent retail arbitrage hauls, I will link some down below. I did haul this in a huge Rock Revival haul. So I do love Rock Revival, as I mentioned in that video. I think it does pretty well, gets a lot of attention, and the styles are really trendy, I would say, and this is definitely a good example of that. So look at these shorts. These are awesome. I love them. I wish they were my size because I probably would have kept them. But just a gorgeous design that's pretty unique, and it had a lot of zipper and pocket detail. I love the wash and the dye job here. I think it was really amazing. So overall, this item got a ton of likes. I only listed it for like a week or so, I would say, and it got 13 likes and a lot of attention. And ultimately, actually, it sold for full asking price, which is amazing to me, but it sold for $100. Poshmark fees are $20, so my net earnings are $80. So absolutely, if you see a pair of shorts like this, you should snatch it up, because it does very, very well. The brand does well, and if you can find a super unique style like this, I think it's definitely worth considering. The next item was a 7 for All Mankind bootcut jean in a size 26. So this is a very standard 7 for All Mankind jean, but it was in excellent condition, and ultimately I did decide to accept a best offer of $25. Poshmark fees are $5, and my net earnings are $20. So this particular item has a little bit of backstory, at least at the time I'm filming this video right now. The item is currently in my house. So what I mean by this is I shipped it out the day after this was purchased using the Poshmark label, and unfortunately, apparently there was no address there that matched the label, so it got sent back to me, so return to sender. And I did reach out to the buyer several times about this and haven't had a response. Of course, I contacted Poshmark right away when I realized it was being sent back to me, and they reportedly contacted the buyer as well with no response. So now I've had them try 2 or 3 times to contact the buyer, and I still haven't heard back. So now the last communication I had from Poshmark was well over a week ago, and I just haven't heard anything else. So unfortunately, I don't think this sale is actually going to go through, and I'm probably going to have to relist it. But you know, I'm still kind of waiting to see the outcome of this. It would be nice to actually be able to ship this out to the intended buyer, but sometimes this happens and it's frustrating, but you know, that's part of the reselling business. So right now, this is currently sitting in my closet. The The next item was this Longshot, a white patent leather crossbody bag. And this particular bag, I did a haul from a ThredUp handbag rescue haul. And ultimately, I did decide to accept the best offer of $65. Poshmark fees are $13, so my net earnings were $52. So this is my first Longshot bag that I had in my closet, and I got it from ThredUp. And it did pretty well, so I'm going to be keeping my eye out a little bit more for Longshot bags. I wasn't sure how the style would do. I think the lip pliage bags are really popular, of course, but I don't know about this particular style, but it did do pretty well, I'll say. A decent profit. So if you see Longshot out there, I think that it's definitely something worthwhile picking up. This one also had some wear on it and some discoloration, which was disclosed too, but it still sold for a pretty decent price point. So I think Longshot may be a brand to kind of keep your eye out for. The next item is this Adriana Goldschmidt jean. It was the Prima ankle jean in a size 31. So I love selling AG jeans. I think they generally do pretty well. There's a pretty strong following, and the retail value is pretty high. The resale value is okay, I would say. But this is an example of a pretty decent resale value. I believe I sold this for full price of $45. Poshmark fees are $9, so my net earnings were $36, which is pretty good for a pair of AG jeans for reselling, I would say. So in the future, I definitely will continue to look out for this brand. I think it's been a pretty consistent seller for me. The next item was actually one of those other Lululemon skirts. So I forgot that I sold two in this particular 2-week period. But this one was in a dusty plum color. It was new at tags, of course, and it was a size 10. So this one I sold for a little bit less than my previous one I talked about. I sold it for $53 as a best offer. Poshmark fees were $10.60, and my net earnings were $42.40, which still was an okay profit margin. It wasn't huge, but it was good enough for me to move along. So again, these Lululemon skirts do really well. So as I'm sure you've heard from other YouTubers and resellers, Lululemon bottoms tend to do better than Lululemon tops. So this is an example of that. So these skirts just did really, really well for me. So I was very pleased another one of those sold. The next item was this piece of swimwear. It was from Q Swimwear. It's a one-piece space alien swimsuit with its new tags. So as you can see here, it's totally unique design, and it had this kind of alien space theme. And it was a one-piece suit. It was in a size 40. So that was the challenging part about this swimwear line, is that their swimwear line sizing is a little unconventional, at least for US sizing. So I basically just listed the sizing according to my measurements, and then also went on the website and tried to figure out the measurements that they list for their size 40. So I was hoping that that would work, and it seems that the buyer actually says it does fit her perfectly, so I'm happy to hear about that. But sometimes these unconventional sizing items are a little bit hard to resell because people are a little bit nervous because they're not familiar with that kind of sizing. So just be a little wary of that. But I thought the swimsuit was just amazing, and I was happy to pick it up because I thought it was such a unique design. And I did accept a best offer of $20. Poshmark fees are $4, so my net earnings were $16 on this swimsuit. So the next item was kind of a fun one. It was a Psycho Bunny cotton cashmere sweater. So this particular item, I kind of picked up on a whim. I saw that it was cotton cashmere, which of course is a nice fabric, so that drew my attention first. I could tell by the feel. And the Psycho Bunny was kind of fun because on the chest pocket there's this little Psycho Bunny patch on there. And before picking up this item, I had not heard about this brand at all, so it was kind of fun to do some research. It's actually a menswear sweater, at least this one is, and they retail for quite a bit and can resell for a decent amount too, so I wanted to try it out. So this actually did sell for full asking price of $40. Poshmark fees are $8, and my net earnings are $32 on this men's sweater. So if you see this brand out there, I would definitely consider it, especially if it's this cotton cashmere blend. I think it's just really nice quality sweater. The next item was a pair Victoria's Secret pink cutoff denim shorts in a size 4. So really classic kind of bread and butter type of denim shorts, especially for this time of year. I had this though for quite a bit. I had this for probably about a year or so. It just didn't sell last summer, so I'm happy it sold this summer. But you just can't go wrong with this design. It's a very classic pair of shorts. So ultimately I did send out offers to Likers of $22. Poshmark fees are $4.40, and my shipping discount was $2.12. So my net earnings were $15.48 on these particular pair of shorts. I don't always pick up Victoria's Secret pink, but in general this time of year I tend to pick up any kind of denim shorts that are from a decent brand, and I think Victoria's Secret pink definitely is what I would consider a decent brand for denim. So yeah, I would pick it up if you can get it at a decent price point. The next item was this Anthropology top. It was from Madewell. It was a mixed media tank. So I have a few of these in my closet. I personally love Anthros, so I definitely still pick up Anthropology items, although I know they don't sell that well overall, but they still sell. It just takes longer to sell than before, I would say. So this is an example of one of those tops from Madewell. It was in a size small, and it was just really beautiful details. There was embroidery. I really like the mixed media effect, and that's true for a lot of Anthro pieces. They're just really unique pieces, which is why I still have a a hard time leaving them behind because I just personally love their items. So this particular top, I did accept a best offer of $19. Poshmark fees are $3.80, and my net earnings were $15.20 on this beautiful top. And the final item that sold during this 2-week period was from Kona Soul. It was a black one-piece swimsuit. It was new at tags. So when I sourced this, I had no idea what Kona Soul was. I hadn't heard of that brand, but I love the style. It was a very classic strapless black one-piece swimsuit with some nice ruching details, kind of a sweetheart neckline, and it came with straps too that you could attach as well if you'd like. So this is totally my style swimwear, just very classic lines, really cute, trendy type of stitching and fit. So I thought that that was really appealing, so that's why I picked it up. And it was new at tag. That's also the reason why I picked it up. And as I've said before, in terms of swimwear, I really try to stick to new at tag swimwear because I think people appreciate that for the hygienic reasons. And also swimwear tends to wear quite a bit in terms of pilling when you actually wear it, of course. So in general, I try to just get new at tag swimwear. So that's the reason I picked this up, and I did not check comps when I purchased this item. So when I got home, I realized this is sold at Target. So at first I was not so happy about that because of course Target brands don't tend to resell for quite as much as some other brands, but I still listed it, of course, and luckily this did sell to a very excited buyer because she said that she actually owned the exact same swimsuit before, and when she went back to Target to buy another one, they weren't selling them anymore, so she was super happy that Poshmark allowed her to buy this other swimsuit. So I was really happy to hear about that. The stories just have a lot of meaning because as a reseller, you're so into kind of buying and selling items, shipping them out, you kind of get in this groove and you don't really think about what you're doing so much sometimes. But to get kind of a personal note like that from somebody, it really is a pick-me-up because you realize, even though I'm doing this as my own personal hobby and a side gig, you realize that you are kind of helping other people too in some way. So it's really nice to feel like that. So I really appreciate those kind of comments and love notes. I think it's really, really extra special and meaningful for me. Nonetheless, moving on, this particular swimsuit again was in a size large, and I did accept a best offer of $29. Poshmark fees were $5.80, so my net earnings are $23.20. So not bad on this particular swimsuit from Target, so I was very happy about that. I will consider picking up this brand going forward if it's new at tags as well. Okay, so that brings me to the end of my sale. So as you can see here, in terms of numbers, they're pretty consistent, a little bit down from my previous video, but not bad. So I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little bit about some of the brands that are selling for me now, what kind of type of price points I'm looking at. If you have any great sales that you made recently, please let me know as well, or any hot and trendy brands you think I need to check out. I always love learning about all these things from you too. So if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, link down below. And otherwise, I hope you're staying safe and healthy with your family, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!